What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. For today's workout, I'll be doing a back and core day on the pull-up bar behind me, and it's more of a skill-focused day, so I'll be focusing on my muscle up and my front lever in addition to doing back and core as well. If you guys want to stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you what that workout looks like, but I want the bulk of this video to be about how I got into calisthenics, why I've stuck with it, and why I think you guys should start too. A bit of a background on my fitness journey and how I got here. So I've been doing weightlifting for about 8 to 9 years. It's been consistent for the last like 3 to 4. It got to a point about 2 years ago where I felt like I hit a plateau. I got bored in the gym, felt like I was doing the same thing all the time, and I tried to switch things up. I tried to add a few new things into my workout plan, but it didn't seem to do much as far as making me more engaged or reigniting that spark that I once had for working out. I felt the need to make a change and to add something new to my routine. And while that was all happening, I found Chris Harria's YouTube channel. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know who he is, but if you don't, he's one of the calisthenic goats when it comes to social media, but he's also one of the best in the world as well. So I found his channel, got super inspired by his content, and I watched a lot of his highlight reels and saw how much potential there is. I always knew about calisthenics, but I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am today. And I only really knew about the muscle up, the handstand, and a few other things, but I had no idea that it can go to that extreme as far as what he can do. So that really inspired me to start. And funny enough, I actually met Chris Harria at Muscle Beach about 9 months ago. And it was super ironic because I was there specifically to shoot calisthenics content, and I was inspired from him to start doing it. So the reason why I was there was because I found his channel and because he inspired me. And I ended up meeting him, got to talk to him, and we took a picture. It was super awesome, super full circle moment. And yeah, that's inspired me even more to keep going since I met him in person. But yeah, that was the initial inspiration for why I got started. And then now I want to talk about the benefits as far as what it can do for your life and for your fitness journey. So the first thing that I noticed when it comes to calisthenics and why it's better than weightlifting is that it feels so much more fulfilling to learn a new calisthenics skill than it does to hit a new PR in the gym. If you guys do weightlifting, I'm sure you're all familiar with what it feels like to hit a new PR. It feels amazing. You feel super accomplished, but when it comes to calisthenics and when you learn a new skill, when you start from scratch, when you start from not being able to do it, like not even close, and it feels impossible, and then you work your way and you have this intense focus and drive to be able to learn a skill that you didn't think that you could do beforehand, just feels so much better than just putting on more weight on the bar. I know if you're into weightlifting, that might not really sit well, but I can assure you that, when you do things with your body that you otherwise didn't think that you could do, it just feels better, feels more fulfilling, more satisfying. All of that time, all of that dedication that you put in just really pays off because the whole time you can't do it throughout that process. Whereas when you hit a new PR in the gym, you can still do a bench, a squat, or a deadlift the whole time. You're just not doing as much weight. All right, and the second thing is it's amazing to work out outside, and you can do it anytime, anywhere. In addition to getting bored at the gym, I just got bored always being in there and seeing the same people being there at the same time, and it just gets a bit redundant after a while. So when you can switch it up a few days a week, work out outside, like right now it's a super nice day, I'm about to get a sick workout in, it just feels amazing to be able to have that as an option and to not only being confined to the gym. For me, that's a really awesome thing about it because I love being outside as it is, and then when I can work out outside, that just makes it even better. If you don't have access to a gym, or if you don't like the gym, if you can do it outside or just in the comfort of your own home, that's a huge benefit too. All right, and the third reason why I love calisthenics is because it builds a functional strength base for you, and you can apply that into other areas of your life as well. So when I was doing weightlifting, I felt like I wasn't very complete as an athlete. I was always tight, always stiff, and I felt like I wasn't mobile or I wasn't flexible. And another thing is that I didn't focus on my core when I was doing weightlifting. I would only work it out like maybe once a week, and it wasn't sufficient enough to actually build a good base for my core, because when I transitioned over to calisthenics, I didn't have the strength I needed in my core to be able to do an L-sit or to be able to do a handstand. So I had to kind of relearn and like build that up as my base when I switched over. And I'm not saying everyone that does weightlifting has that same issue, but that was just kind of my thing. So for me, I just feel a lot more functional, and having a better core just helps with everything else that you do when it comes to any other exercise. And I feel a lot more complete as an athlete. I feel like I have better control over my body. I'm more mobile, I'm more flexible, because you kind of have to be flexible in order to do certain skills. Like when I first tried to do the L-sit, my legs were bent the whole time, and I had to increase my hamstring flexibility to be able to hold a straight-legged L-sit. All right, and I feel like a big reason why everyone gets into calisthenics is solely because it just looks cool. I mean, you can't lie, seeing all these advanced athletes do these crazy skills and these more advanced skills that look completely out of reach, it's very inspiring to see that and to want to eventually do that yourself. And yeah, I mean, you shouldn't do it in order to try to impress people, more so do it to prove it to yourself that you can do skills that you didn't think that you could do beforehand. Because for me, it's like I would rather do handstand push-ups than do a shoulder press any day. So like you can do similar movements, they just look cooler, they're more fun to do. And overall, it's just a better way to work out, in my opinion. All right, and the last reason why I think you guys should get into calisthenics is because you need to embrace the journey, and you need to adopt the mindset that you can always be better, and that can apply to other areas in your life as well. Because when it comes to calisthenics, you can't just learn any skill by going in half-assed. You need to be fully dedicated to wanting to learn it, to wanting to master certain skills. And it requires a lot of time, a lot of focus, a lot of dedication, a lot of persistence. It just makes you really hone in on your craft and on your own potential and trying to maximize that. And I feel like it's really been beneficial for me to be able to have that kind of mindset going into other areas of my life, because how I alluded to earlier, being able to do skills you didn't know that you could do before, and like breaking those barriers down that you had set for yourself, and then you eventually accomplish those things, it sets a foundation for you to be able to accomplish other things in life too. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it's very transformative if you really apply yourself to doing calisthenics. And I'm not saying that you need to be like wanting to be the best and wanting to learn all the crazy advanced skills that all these pro athletes do. But then the more that you learn, the more you want to get better and eventually become that pro athlete that just does all the crazy shit. All right, with that, I'm gonna get to my workout and I'm gonna show you guys what I do for that. Like I said, it's a skill focused day, but I focus on the muscle up, front lever, and also hit back and core. So let's get it.